Okay, thank you for stopping by and checking out the 2021 IDFA Canadian Nationals and Provincials Online Natural Bodybuilding Championships. So how this happened was we had all the athletes send in their photos and videos on May 15th, representing all the provinces across Canada. All the open winners in each province will be advanced to the Nationals. Okay, so in this video here, we're gonna see all the provincial championships and see all the athletes who qualified and advanced to the Nationals. And in the next day or two, you're gonna see how they did at the Nationals. Well, I'm gonna have the Nationals coverage video put together as well. So I wanna thank you for stopping by and checking this out. We had a good amount of competitors across Canada compete. I want to give a big round of applause to all those athletes who gave this online championships a shot and submitted their photos and videos. Also, as you can tell, I'm right in my living room here hosting the online natural bodybuilding championship. I thought it just only made sense considering half the people who sent in their photos and videos did it right from their living room. So I'm going to sit in my living room as well and commentate and give you coverage for the online championships. So I hope you enjoy the video. Feel free to cheer on the athletes, even though they're online. Feel free to, we can cheer them on, clap for them, all that kind of stuff. This video will be featuring the Transformation Challenge. We're gonna start off with Ontario and Virginia Lockyer of North York, Ontario. Here's her story.
Hi, I'm Virginia Lockyer from Toronto, and I started this challenge because I wanted to prove to others that nothing is impossible. I started my journey approximately 2 years ago, but during this journey I had a lot of ups and downs, and of course with my background of my health and everything, it was something that I had to really question. But with amazing support that I have and amazing people in my life, they all told me, like, follow your heart, do what you need to do, and just push through and try and get to wherever you can. So basically, you know, over the last few years, I've really plunged forward, and I used to be 245 pounds. And I said to myself, you know, I'm going to have grandbabies one day and I want to be able to chase after them. I want to be able to see my kids, you know, get married. I need to make a change for my health. So again, I wasn't going to talk about it, but I will, because a lot of my friends are like, you need to talk about this during your interview, during your video, because it's so important. So I am a fibromyalgia person. I have a chronic illness. I have chronic fatigue syndrome. I also have basically arthritis, and I also got diagnosed during my challenge with decurvins in both my wrists. So it was a big challenge for me. My heart was broken because, you know, you need to really be able to use weights. You need to really be able to push forward. You need to be able to do all kinds of things with your hands during working out. So I had to actually work around things and find other ways of doing so. So, you know, getting up every day was always a challenge, but I thought about it in the back of my head and I said, I really, really want this. So I pushed forward and here I am today. So as I said, I started at 245. I'm actually down to 153. So I'm super, super happy with my goals, and I'm super happy with, you know, everything that I've accomplished so far. And IDFA has always been, you know, truly, truly supportive with us, and, you know, any questions you had, they answered back, you know, and it really, really helps a lot during training and during the progress. So, as I said, my main reason for getting into this is so that people know you're out there, you really want something, regardless of your health, regardless of, you know, what people say you can't do. Being a fibromyalgia warrior, being a person with chronic illness, being someone that, you know, does have some restrictions, there's always ways to work around it. If you really truly want it, then you go for it. Follow your heart, follow your dreams, And, you know, that's what I did, and that's why I am here where I am today. and I'm not stopping here. So thanks so much. And again, thank you so much, IDFA, for everything that you've done, and good luck to everybody.
Next up, we have Zon Wei Liu of Richmond Hill, Ontario. Here's Zon Wei's transformation story. Lifting weights has always been something he enjoyed doing for years, but he never followed a diet plan. He just worked out, ate and drank a lot of alcohol, and he says, I mean a lot of alcohol. His body wasn't feeling as healthy as what it was when he was younger, when he was working out regularly, and he always wanted to compete one day. So he took a personal challenge, changed his diet, and began to work out even harder. His goals: to become healthier, quit drinking, and compete as a natural bodybuilder. He hopes to motivate his friends and all the viewers here watching today to become healthier and to follow your dreams. Now it's time for the results. In second place, we have Zon Wei Liu. And your Ontario Transformation Challenge winner is Virginia Lockyer. Virginia will be representing Ontario in the National Championships. We'll be representing Ontario in the National Transformation Challenge. First up for Quebec is Chantal Duclos of Gatineau, Quebec. Chantal is a proud mother of 3 and a nurse of 18 years. In the summer of 2019, she looked at herself in the mirror and finally decided it was time for a change. She contemplated going to the gym for months, but the fear of being criticized working out in front of other people stopped her. She started researching online, and thanks to social media, found a trainer who offered personal sessions in her private home gym. Little did she know, connecting with her would be the start of a new chapter in her life. With a simple meal plan and 30-minute sessions twice a week, she lost 30 pounds of body fat in less than 4 months. In March 2020, she had to stop training due to a minor abdominal surgery. And then, as well as we all know, COVID hit. Soon she started working out 3 to 4 times a week at home, and with nothing more than light dumbbells and elastic bands, and continued eating healthy. She also started group online sessions offered by her trainer. She started seeing changes happening that she never thought were possible. Inches gone, muscles growing, lines appearing in areas that she's never seen before. In February, when restriction allowed her to see her trainer in person, she introduced the idea of doing this competition. She never dreamed of competing before, but if her trainer said she could, who was she to convince herself otherwise? So here she is, a healthier, stronger, and more self-confident version of the proud mother of 3 and nurse of 18 years who looked at herself in the mirror almost 2 years ago. Chantal wants to end with this quote from her. If I can promise myself one thing today, it is never to go back. I will never look at myself in the mirror with shame or disappointment again. I will always take pride in what I have achieved, and I will forever be grateful for the day in September 2019 when this journey began. Next up is Jeanette Massier of Montreal, Quebec. Jeanette was born in Montreal, but is from a Haitian household. During her childhood, she ate mostly Haitian food in big proportion because that is how she was raised. Her brother and her have always been overweight since they were forced to eat a lot. And she says, her quote, "No shade to my mother, she only wanted us to never lack food." Since 4 years old, she's been attracted to the world of bodybuilding from seeing her dad lift weights. She dreamed of the day her dad would share with her his Joe Weider supplements. As a young adult in college, she discovered how strong she was during judo class. She has always weight trained, but had very limited results. Since 2006, being a full-time divorced mom, has slowed down her motivation to work out. During those years, she struggled with her weight and got up to around 170 pounds. In March 2020, during the pandemic, nothing was going well except her job. She decided to take charge of her life and get in shape. After 5 months of doing mostly cardio exercises and starting Herbalife, she was in better shape but still overweight. In September 2020, she contacted a coach named Handy Hilaire without knowing that it would change her life forever. He told her to focus on diet and taught her about calorie deficit. He also focused on increasing weight training in a safe way rather than doing only cardio. Even though everyone, including her, had to start working out at home, she kept motivated and was obsessed with the idea of reaching her body goal. Yes, most of her weight loss and muscle gain were done at home. She is 46 years old. She's 46 years young and proud to be 124 pounds with muscle. She wants to end this with this quote. "Take a good look at me. I didn't say my last word." Next, we have Harvey Wagnegan of Montreal, Quebec. I'm going to just read the transformation story that he sent to me. The year 2020 was not the year we were all expecting, and the pandemic has affected most of us. I'm usually active, going to gym 3 to 4 times a week, hiking and other outdoor activities. When the pandemic happened, everything was limited. During the lockdown, I lost motivation, the drive to do anything. I got lazier and started to eat more. I seriously neglected my body and stopped doing the hobbies that I love. My health was getting worse. I started to feel tired all the time, constant headaches at work, and even joint pains. By the end of 2020, I was at 191.2 pounds and definitely did not feel confident with my body. I promised myself for the new year 2021 that I will get back on track and achieve the ideal body weight and appearance that I want. Even though outdoor activities or gyms were still unavailable, I managed to get creative to what I have at home and at the parks. Most of my weights were basically tools, buckets of water, and bags of rice, Asian style. And he smiles. During the winter, I still pushed myself to go out there just to achieve 10,000 plus steps per day to work out in the park. It was hard to find motivation. However, a friend of mine mentioned about your show for the month of May. I got excited and I promised that I will register for the event, which I did. Fast track to present day, which is May 15th. I lost at least 20 pounds and I feel more confident, more energy, and proud of myself that I have not given up no matter what the obstacles. There were unforeseen events that had happened and I managed to achieve my goals. We just really need to stay focused, disciplined, and consistent in order to achieve any goals. 4 months is not enough for me to be at the men's physiques. 4 months is not enough for me to be at the men's physique, but I still register for it anyways. No guarantees, but this is the only beginning for me. For sure, I will be back for more events. Thanks again, Shaun, and the members of IDFA for making this happen.
Okay, first off, I would like to thank the Federation of IDFA for having the competition online. Last competition I did was in 2017 with IDFA at Montreal. I've been working 4 years really hard, 5 days a week, diet, no alcohol, training really hard. So I'm really proud to do this one online because I turned 50 this week at the same time. And I'd like to thank everybody, Shaun for doing a fantastic job, and doing the competition online. I'd like to thank my girlfriend Elfie to support me, and my photographer Sylvie, and my friend Christian that he was took with me for the last 2 weeks, and he was helping me and coaching me at the same time. So thank you, Christian. And for a story for a transformation, I started about 8 years ago. I weighed 277 pounds. I lost 117 pounds total since in 8 years of hard training and all that. No operation, no nothing, just diet, training real hard, cardio 5 to 6 days a week. So those people don't believe in cardio. Cardio is the most important thing to lose weight, with any excuse. And the transformation story took over about 8 years ago when I was on the ice for fishing, and we were all sitting down in a chair, drinking beers, eating chips, and all that. So one of my kids started to throw some snow on me and all that, just teasing me for the fun. And when I took off to run toward her, my chair followed me everywhere. I was stuck to my rear, and everybody started to laugh about me there. I was pretty big, not in shape. Started to have troubles with my bones and knees problems, back problems, and all that. So I decided to took myself in hand, and then from there started to walk, eating right, cardio. After that, started into the gym, and I've been training since that. And this is today where I am right now. Today I'm a coach since 2 years, working with some people that they have the same problems as me and all that. And it's been a pleasure to help everybody, to bring them and try to keep them in shape today. So I would like to thank you everybody, all of my friends at the same time, and the IDFA for having this event. Thank you.
Good day, everybody. I'm going to need to read this since usually I speak French. So let's do this. Let me introduce myself. My name is Marie-Josée Viau, and I'm 47 years old. This is the 4th time that I'm entering the IDFA Transformation Competition. I never had the chance to win the contest, but I find that persistence is one of the most important qualities for successful weight loss, and today I don't give up. I start my transformation May 1st, 2014. I realized that the only solution was in me, and I had to give myself this chance to succeed. At the time, several pain in my body were more and more present. Pain in the knee, heels, various skin problems, and frequent chest pain. I had to bring good habit into my life and listen to the alarm that the body gave me. A total change in diet then resulted in a weight loss of 88 pounds in 1 year. In 2016, I had a weight loss of 12 pounds for a total of 100 pound loss. I felt powerful and achieved many personal accomplishments such as race, triathlon, high altitude trek, which lead me to climb 4 summits for more than 5,300 meters in Nepal, and even go to the Everest Base Camp. I also participate in numerous fitness competitions in 2 federations and won the Canadian title for Best Transformation in 2017 with Fitness Canada and the world title with Fitness Universe in 2019 in Miami. I'm a mother of 2 children, a girl and a boy. My son has 2 syndromes, which gave me a lot of challenge as a mom. In 2020, the period of confinement and a return to comfort made me regain few pounds. I'm a federal agent, and on December 8, 2020, an altercation with an arriving passenger who didn't want due to quarantine resulted in a major knee injury. Meniscus tear, anterior ligament tear, and lateral ligament tear. I took this period of insight to make adjustment in my diet. So I lost 25 pounds since December 2020, which now lead my total pound loss for 100 pounds. On the other hand, this injury prevented me from being at my best today. I was not able to fully train and lift some weight. I was reduced to physiotherapy exercise since the accident. But I'm unstoppable. So today here I am, very happy to be part of this competition, and I wish all the competitors good luck. Thank you.
Fifth place goes to Harvey Wagnegan. Fourth place, Jeanette Massier. Third goes to Chantel Duclos. And in second place, we have Mark Piesca. And first place goes to Mary Jose Vial. Mary Jose will be representing Quebec at the National Championships, and those will be posted online on YouTube in the next few days. Great job, Mary Jose. Next stop for the Transformation Challenge is British Columbia.
Morning everyone, my name is Haley Farquhar. I'm from Kimberley, BC, and I will be competing May 15th at the IDFA Virtual Canadians. I am 22 years old when this will be posted, so wow. And yeah, this is my first show. I'm in bikini and I'm in fitness model, both novice as well as transformation, and here's my transformation video. All my life I have been the bigger kid, the chunky kid, but I've always had pretty good self-confidence, and at a young age I learned that, you know what, I don't care what you think, I don't care what a lot of people think, because I got to be happy with myself. And when I'm not happy with myself, that's when I got to make a change. And you know, I get really self-conscious because all my friends are gorgeous and I wouldn't want to go shopping, but I would, you know, hide the hurt. And then university came around and I went to Vancouver at SFU, and I was like, no one knows my story here. I'm not in a small town. I'm done playing that character. And that's when my fitness journey started. I ran literally every day for a year. I lost over 60 pounds and I ran my first half marathon that year. It was awesome. And that was my why at the time. And then I didn't have a why. And I'd still work out, like, of course I used all the baby weights because that, you know, I was listening to all the wrong information. I was like, oh yeah, you know, girls don't want to get bulky, all this stuff. And then I didn't have a why, and then I started allowing myself to go back to the behaviors that I had in high school. You know, oh, I can afford this, I'll run it off in the morning. And yeah, it was a pretty bad spiral of behaviors, because then COVID came around, gyms closed, you know, restrictions went up, and I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, whoa, I thought I was thin and I could never figure out why I could never get rid of my muffin top, and I'm like, oh my god, I did what I slipped back into my old ways, and now I have to live with it. But then I was like, so I started talking with some friends that did a bikini comp, and I was like, I need a new why. I'm a person that loves challenges. I need a why. Did some research, and I found my coach, Lori Dixon. She's awesome. She's done it for so long, and I hired her because I'm also a competitive curler, and so we started working on muscle mass and stuff. She said, you know what, I think you can do it. Back in December, because, you know, she did in 17 days. She's like, you can do it. We'll get you started early, and we'll get you on that stage in May. And I thought about it, and in my head I'm like, no, I wanted to make excuses about my diet, and I wanted to, but life, and I had a really hard year this year. I lost my uncle, who practically helped raise me, and COVID, and just there was a lot of excuses I could have used, but I didn't. I said no, because I can hear in the background saying, you never do anything half. Haley, you're a full person. You do everything with full body emotions, full body give. So do this in the full. And that's how I attacked it. I went into my prep, and I did prep at 100%. And every day I thought that I'm lucky enough to get to do this. I'm privileged enough that I get to do this, with the support of my family, who has been unreal, and my friends, and of course my coach and my team. Anyway, after losing 60 pounds in high school, gaining some back, since I've started training with Lori, I have lost over, I want to say, it's like 36, 37 pounds. And from prep in January to now, I mean, I've been working with her for a year, putting on muscle and doing that stuff, but it's just night and day physique change. And this is something that now that I've found a why, I keep wanting more why. I keep want to go there, want to be better. Every day in the gym I think, how can I make this lift better? Okay, I'm gonna get my butt deeper in my squat. And my transformation's not just physical, it's actually true self-confidence change, and it's true self-worth, and now I have something to be proud of. I have things that I want to show people, and I've never had that. So this journey's been pretty spectacular. Here are my photos.
Your British Columbia Transformation Challenge champion is Haley Farquhar. Haley will be representing British Columbia in the National Transformation Challenge. Our final destination for the Transformation Challenge is Alberta.
Hello, I'm Darcy. I'm from Airdrie, Alberta. I'm a 45-year-old mother of 4 children and 2 grandbabies, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. Not only is my transformation a physical change, but it's also emotionally and mentally. I let fear and people dictate most of my life, and I've suffered a lot. I was abusing alcohol to self-soothe and to escape reality, thinking it was all going to go away, which just made things worse. I was on self-destruct mode, and my life was becoming unmanageable. In 2013, I found fitness, and it became the one place where everything negative that was going on in my life disappeared in the moment. The tears, the sweat, the pain, the dedication, the strength, and the will to change. I feel healthier and younger. The physical change it's done has been very rewarding. It's free therapy for me. In 2019, I was fortunate enough to go to treatment in Kamloops, BC for 28 days. I am now 642 days sober and finally living the life that I feel that I deserve. I'm worthy of all the things I thought I wasn't before. I'm learning to love myself and find out who I really am. I have a better relationship with my children, my mom, and my dad. I fully concentrate on my fitness as opposed to my addiction. Fear and people don't dictate my life anymore. Toxic people have been removed from my life, and I cling on to those who truly support me. I thank the people who have been there for me throughout this whole journey. I no longer have to live my life with regret, blame, or shame. Thank you.
Siren shattered February's frosty evening silence. It was an ambulance for me, Paul Miller, 62, over 240 pounds, suffering from intense chest pains. For over 30 years previously, I had kept gaining weight until then, 2017. But that was to change. I was having what was called a cardiac event. I felt like I was dying and became unconscious for about 6 hours. When I revived, the ER physician on duty took my hand, looked me straight in the eye, and in a no-nonsense tone said, "The universe has given you a second chance. What are you going to do with it?" She smiled, released her grip, walked away, and I never saw her again. Yes, I needed to change, but how? As a tutor, I met many students, and I befriended Mehdi from Iran, a bodybuilder trainer who sympathized with my story. He introduced me to the fitness training lifestyle. I learned much from him, but he was a student and had to move on. In the following months, nothing major happened, until I met a student I call JK. He changed me even more. We regularly met at our school's training room, studying many things to create the best version of myself. With JK's coaching, my weight dropped from 113 to 78 kilograms. But JK was also a student, and he had to leave too. I began wandering and needed another coach. I discovered a website run by a former bodybuilder, Lee Hayward. I followed Lee's exercises, stretching routines, and nutritional advice, similar to what I'd learned from JK. I felt confident about Lee as a coach I could trust. This August, I'll be 67. Since 2019, I've completed several physical challenges. Now when people meet me, I hear, wow, age really is just a number.
Alright, I want to start this video off by congratulating everyone who participated in the IDFA online event this weekend. There's a lot of goals that we'd set, there's a lot of challenges that we overcame to get here. It takes a lot of courage to actually go through with it, as I found out. A lot of obstacles that popped up in the way, which we had to push out of the way and get to here. So way to go, everyone. This transformation process has been more of a transforming journey. I'm not done yet. I had goals of how I thought I'd be or thought I'd accomplish by this time, and I'm not there. However, I'm a lot further ahead than I was when I started. So today, it's all about celebrating. I'm going to take a break, and then starting in a couple of days, I'm going to hop back on the road to transforming my life and seeing how far I can go with this. The big lesson that I learned is to accept myself where I am, stop the self-judgment, drop the doubts, and set my goals and just move forward. A lot easier said than done, however, I'm a lot better at it now. There was so much energy that was wasted, that I felt, on the stories that I created and I was telling myself about whatever, the negative stories that just would limit me from moving forward with my goals. So instead of worrying about the outcome, I took care of the small, incremental, daily responsibilities that I committed to, and I just worried about trying to focus on that and separate the outcome from the journey. And it was good. I've done better with that. Still have some work to do, but getting better with it. So basically what I found during this whole program is that there is a lot of like the inner critic. My inner critic was going crazy and yapping at me many times, so I had to silence it and keep moving forward. There were times in the winter where it was super cold and snowy. Made my way out into the backyard and did my workout and felt great afterwards. So, you know, small daily improvements on a regular basis manifest themselves into some pretty significant stuff. The main driver for me over this transformation, what's really moving me forward, is my kids. I've got Gabrielle is 2.5 years old and Mateus is 7 months old, and they are 53 plus years younger than me, and that's driving me to take responsibility for my health and to become a better person, become a better servant, become a better husband, become, you know, a better father to them. I've structured my life. I get up at 4:30 in the morning, I do a holy hour, and then I work on some inspirational work and plan my day, evaluate how yesterday went, that type of thing. I also want to say a huge thank you to my wife Amanda. She's been great along this whole process and supported me along the way. And today especially with the videoing, and it was chaotic around the house. The kids running around and trying to get this video done, trying to get them fed, and grateful that we're able to do it from home. But wow, but we did it. Anyway, hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.
In third place, we have Darcy Lacroix. And in second place, Rick Mueller. And our first place champion is Paul Miller of Calgary, Alberta. Paul will be representing Alberta in the National Transformation Challenge Championships, and they'll be posted here online on YouTube in the next few days. And here are all your Transformation Challenge winners from each province. We have Ontario, Quebec, British Columbia, and Alberta. In the next few days, we're going to have the results for the National Transformation Challenge winner. So stay tuned for that on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the YouTube video when it comes out. All right, thank you for checking out the video. And we have plenty more coming.